Welcome, AHS, to Start Right PE. Today, we are so excited to have some guest instructors. They are from a place called Brain Balance, and they're going to help us learn to do some exercises that help our brains. That's going to be really good. You know, the Savior grew. He grew socially, which we did last week on our fun dance and country celebration. We were social. He grew physically. We've been working on that. He grew spiritually, and he grew intellectually. Today, we're going to focus on growing intellectually, and these are exercises that we can do that help us grow intellectually. So I'm going to introduce to you our two guests coming. I'll put them up. This is Morgan. Wave, Morgan.
Hi.
And Kaylee.
Hello.
And they are from Brain Balance. They're going to teach us how to do exercises that help our brain. So I'm going to turn it over to them and let them describe what it is that they do, and then we'll get started on the exercises.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We are so excited to be here and to get to spend time with you. You're absolutely right. The brain and the body are so interconnected. Our brain talks to our body all day, every day. And what that means is that we can do different exercises with our body that really help make our brain stronger. So that's what we're going to do today. So if you guys are ready, we can go ahead and get started. We know that before we do exercise, we always want to start out with some stretching. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start stretching, and you can follow us with some of these simple stretches. So we're going to start by stretching our hands up to the sky. Our brain is in charge of everything. It tells our heart to beat. It tells our lungs to breathe. It's telling your arms to reach up to the sky right now. Now we're going to reach down to our toes. And if you need to spread your feet out a little bit like me, that's totally fine.
This feels good.
It does. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to do some arm stretches. If you want to just pull on your arm to stretch it out. And shake it out a little into your other arm. Perfect. Okay, you can do a couple stretches on the floor as well. So if you want to bend your knee and reach to your toe, you can really feel this one. Perfect. And switch. Oh, good. Okay. Great. Okay. So if you are feeling stretched out, we are going to start with some exercises that are especially good for our brains. We are going to play a little game. We're going to see how many different things our brain can tell our body to do. So I want you to start by just doing a simple march. We're going to march in place. And now we're going to make it a little bit harder. We're going to try to touch our opposite hand to our opposite knee. So I want you to touch your right hand to your left knee, and your left hand to your right knee. Perfect. Good job. Now, this exercise makes the right part of our body work with the left part of our body. And what that means is that the right part of our brain has to talk to the left part of our brain. And when those two things are working together, it really helps us with things like focus and memory. So if you ever feel like you need help with remembering something your mom told you to do, or studying and remembering on a test, this is an exercise you can do to help that part of your brain. Okay, we're going to make it more complicated. So now what I want you to do, every time you touch your hand to your knee, I want you to say a different color of the rainbow. Ready? Go. Blue. Green, purple. Good, keep going. It's a little trickier because our brain's telling us to do lots of things. Now I want you to say a different animal from the zoo every time you touch your knee. Giraffe, cow, goat, Zebra. Good job. Good, keep going. Awesome. Okay, now what we're gonna do is if you feel good about that one, then I want you to keep doing that and I want you to keep following Kaylee. But if you wanna level up a little, we're gonna make it a little harder. So we're gonna start by marching in place. Good, and this time, instead of touching your opposite hand to your opposite knee, we're gonna bring that arm up at an angle. Good. And now we're gonna level up again. We're gonna try to turn our head to the little window that we make with our arms. Good. That one can be a little tricky because lots of different parts of our brain are telling our body to move in different ways. Good. Good job. How was that?
That is so awesome. Oh my gosh, I love this.
It's fun.
Much fun. Keep us going.
So remember, if you need help with memory or focus, that's an exercise you can do to exercise those parts of your brain. Okay, we're gonna do another one. Me too. We're gonna do another one that helps with that as well. So we're gonna start with a simple jump. So if you wanna jump up and down, make sure that your feet are coming off of the ground. Good, keep jumping. Awesome. And if you feel good about that, you can stay right there. But if you wanna make it a little bit harder, we can do a jumping jack. And this is an awesome example of lots of different parts of your body working together at the same time. Almost done. Good. Okay, can you feel your heart racing?
I didn't know we were working our
It's
brain.
telling your heart to race too.
I didn't know we were working our brains when we were doing jumping jacks. That's so cool.
Right, it is.
I'm learning.
Awesome. Okay, the next one we're going to do works a different part of the brain. So, did you know that the same part of your brain that helps you balance is the same as the part of the brain that helps you control your emotions? So, if you ever feel like you have a hard time not getting sad or getting angry, we can do some balance exercises to help exercise that part of the brain. So I want you to stand on your left leg, and we're gonna try to keep our feet and our legs from touching. Bend your leg like this, and try to balance. Good. Okay, we're gonna make it a little trickier. I want you to try to close your eyes. That one makes me wobbly. Good job, did you make it? Nice. Okay, next we are gonna work on some exercises that make our core really strong. Our core sends messages to our brain all the time. And so we wanna make sure that that pathway between our brain and our body when it's talking is really strong. And doing exercises with your core helps with that. So we're gonna start by laying on our backs. Okay, perfect. Now, I want you to start by putting your feet together. And if you want it to be a little bit easier, you can put your feet apart like Kaylee's. Leave your hands on the ground, and then you're gonna lift your hips up to the sky and hold it. Good. Okay, and now if you want it to be a little bit trickier, you can try to balance And lift one of your legs up straight. Good. So now we're using our core, our brain's talking to our legs and our tummy, and we're using the parts of our brains we need to use to balance. Good. Okay, now switch.
This is a good.
Keep holding it, keep holding it. Good, we did it. Okay, now we're gonna switch to our tummies. So I want you to lay on your tummy, put your arms out in front of you, and we're gonna lift our right arm at the same time as lifting our left leg, and hold it. Good. Now switch. Left arm and right leg up. Good. And you can make this one even trickier. If you go on your hands and knees and lift up your right arm and your left leg. Good. Now switch. Good job, guys. You're doing great. Okay, we're gonna take a little bit of a rest of this next activity. So I want you to sit on the ground. And I want you to sit like a butterfly. So make your feet touch together. And feel the stretch in your legs. Perfect. Okay. Do you guys ever hear your teachers or your parents tell you that you need to work on your handwriting? That's something that lots of people want to work on. We know that there are big muscles in our body. There are little muscles in our hand. And our brain is talking to our hands when we try to write. And we can do different exercises with our hands that help our brain have an easier time talking to our hands when we're doing handwriting. So I want you to start by touching your thumb to your finger. And I'm going to come up really close so that you can see. We're going to touch our thumb to our finger and touch each one going back and forth like we're going up and down a ladder. Good. You can do what Kayla's doing and do them at the same time if you want. Perfect. Keep going. This is a really great thing to do if you want to work on your handwriting. If you want to practice it before you take a test where you know you're going to have to write a lot or type a lot. Good. Now see if you can do it up above your head. Good. Now spread your hands out wide and do it. Perfect. Now try to do it in your lap. Awesome. Okay. The next exercise we can do to help our handwriting are squeezes. This can help us become stronger, and it can help our hands have an easier time when we write or type. So what I want you to do is make a fist and squeeze really, really hard and pop open and squeeze and pop. Squeeze, pop. Good. Keep going. Great work. Perfect. Okay, for the next exercise we're going to be doing, if you have a chair, that's awesome. If you kids want to grab a chair to sit on, but if you need to sit on the floor, that's totally okay too. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Awesome. Okay. Now that you've grabbed your chair, I want you to sit in the chair and you're going to sit crisscross. So you're going to put your right leg over your left leg. You're going to put your hands in your lap. And this exercise really helps activate the part of the brain that helps us control our emotions. So if we ever feel like we get really anxious or really scared, if you're really nervous before a test or before a dance or going to school, we can do this and it helps tell our brain to calm down. So we're gonna close our eyes and put our head down, and then I'm gonna have Kaylee clap, and when she claps, we're gonna pop open. Pop! And pop open as big as you can. Good. Okay, and now we're gonna tighten up again, curl up in your ball, and wait for the clap. Pop! Good. We can make this even more effective if you take a big gasp of air when you pop. So we're gonna try that this time, okay? Ready? Good, now switch. Good, one more. Great job, guys. Awesome. Okay, you guys have worked so hard today. I want to finish with doing one more, the one that we started with, and I want to see if it's any easier now that we've done these exercises. Okay, so we're gonna come back and we're gonna do our tricky marches again, okay? So start with your march. Good. Now I'm gonna do the window marches, but you can do the knee tap marches if you want. Ready? Good. Good job, guys. Great work. You guys have worked so hard. I hope your heart is racing. Mine is. It has been so fun to get to do this first routine with you guys. Remember that these are exercises that you can do anytime at home or at recess to help you focus and help your brain work the best it can. So you guys are awesome. I hope you're having a good day, and we are so excited to see you soon.
Okay, hey, before we say goodbye, thank you, boys and girls, for joining us today. Those are great exercises to do when you're having a hard time focusing. They're fun. I loved them. I don't know what your favorite one was, but I think mine was the,
Yes.
Show out and have fun. So practice all of those. We'll see you back again at Stay Right in just a couple hours, where we will have Morgan and Kaylee back to do some really fun imagination things with our brain. So don't miss it. We'll see you in just a little bit. Good to see you.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.